Hello there. It's me MT. Here with you on everything PS. Here we are in a new tutorial. In our Premiere Pro course. Today we are gonna explore Bezier Keyframes in Adobe Premiere Pro. And now if you want to follow along with me in this tutorial, I am working with the Premiere Pro project file. Explore Bezier Keyframes. You will find this project file with the media associated with this tutorial. You can download it from the link down below in the description box. After downloading the project file, just double-click on it to open it in Premiere Pro. Here I am in the Effects workspace, and you can choose that workspace by going to the Window menu and choosing Workspaces, and also you can reset the workspace by choosing Reset to Saved Layout. You can access the same option in the Panel menu in the Workspaces panel. I have a sequence set up here that already has some animation applied. I have this graphic that slides on screen at 90 degrees and then rotates on one corner and lands flat in the middle of the screen. This is an interesting way for the graphics come on screen, but the movement doesn't look very natural. I will just click back a little so you can see, and I'll play the motion. It's just a steady linear rotation on one corner. Definitely better than a static image that fades up, but not particularly exciting. So let's use Bezier Keyframes to give the movement some momentum. So first of all I need to have the graphic selected so I can see its settings in the Effect Controls panel. Right now, I've got two keyframes for position. We have got a start position off screen. And I will just click back to the previous keyframe to see it. And we've got one without final position. Just a few seconds in. At the same moment, we've got our starting keyframe for rotation, which is set to -90 degrees. And the second keyframe for rotation sets us back to 0 degrees. And that's what gives us this movement. I want the graphic to look like it's falling when it comes to a stop, as if somehow the momentum of it sliding across the screen cause it to fall straight. I'm going to just expand the height of the rotation settings here a little so we can see the keyframes more clearly. And I can tell right away by looking at these icons that these are the default linear keyframes. A linear keyframe means that changes occur with consistent progress. And we want the rotation to accelerate and then come to a hard stop, as if the graphic is forming pulled by gravity. So, I'm going to right-click on the second rotation keyframe, and from the list of available options, I'm going to choose Bezier. This changes the icon, but also, importantly, gives me a Bezier handle. I'm gonna use the navigator at the bottom of the Effect Controls panel to zoom in a little here, so you can see that handle more clearly. If I play the results before I make any manual changes, you can see it's kind of an even smoother finish. It slows down towards the end. So I'm gonna get a hold of this very small Bezier handle. In fact, let me just navigate left a little bit here. And I'm gonna resize this here, as you can see more clearly. This line represents the adjustment of the time, just as a volume rubber band does, or for that matter, an opacity rubber band. But of course with focusing on rotation, So I'm gonna get this handle. And I'm gonna start to make an adjustment. And if I adjust too far, so I get this curve. We'll take a look at what happens by scrubbing through here. You can see that we're actually going beyond the final keyframe setting. We're going as far as 35.5 degrees beyond our 0 point. And then coming back. And that's no good, that's cool, it's certainly an interesting movement. And if I play through here. But it's not what we're looking for. I can also use this Bezier handles and pull this down again to get quite a sharp finish, but I don't want to pull down so far. This line dips below the original setting. Let's take a look at that. Well, it's pretty good. I like the acceleration. But that Bezier curve is giving us a slight backwards motion at the first keyframe. Kind of works in this example, but we could remove it by using an automated Bezier keyframe setting. The ease out. So I'm going to right click on the first keyframe and I'm gonna choose ease out. And this will smooth out the movement. The ease out and ease in keyframes are Bezier keyframes that are already set up to give a smooth transition at the point of a keyframe, either leading up to the keyframe or playing from it. I just click back and play again. And let's take a look. Excellent. Though it was still getting that backwards momentum. So let's take the handle of that first ease out keyframe and just stretch it out a little bit longer. This is going to smooth out the movement. Although you can see, if I just resize a little more, we're still getting a little bit of a backwards curve. So let's level that out. And take another look. Great. Well, it's not exactly a natural curve because we've got this downward handle, so to see now that it's forcing the acceleration into reverse. So I'm going to just shorten that handle to create more of an upward curve. And as you can see, the longer you make the handles, you just click and drag them, the longer the straight stretch of that rubber band. Let's click back. And take a look. Excellent. Much more interesting. As you can see, adjusting keyframes using Bezier handles is both an art and craft, and it inevitably takes a little bit of experimentation and practice, just trying things out to see that you get the results you want. And now, here we go, we are done for today. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave your comment down below in the comment section. See you next time in a new tutorial. Goodbye.